Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're certainly thinking today about the tornadoes that affected East Alabama and certainly our folks here in Georgia this past few days. We know that a tornado went through Cairo, and in fact our Grady County DFACS office is still closed. The governor himself went down to Talbot County yesterday and toured some of the damage there, and we've actually helped open a Red Cross shelter there, and some of our folks, Keith Bostic and Sakima Harmon, have gone down there today to see what's going on the ground. And we know, of course, Harris County had a big tornado. I've also heard of tornadoes over in Perry, in my home county of Washington County. It's amazing how so quickly this destruction can come and affect us. So we're praying about this situation, thinking about y'all who are affected by that, and please let us know if we can be of any help if you've been affected by the tornadoes. Here closer to home in Atlanta, so to speak, we have the legislature going on, of course. A couple of bills for DFACS. One is to really implement the Family First Prevention Services Act. We've got some legislation going through on that. And the other that the governor's office supported us on is a bill to allow judges to do temporary alternatives to foster care, so that we can, for example, have the help of the court via an ex parte court order to allow us to not necessarily remove a child, but to, for example, order that the child stay with a relative or neighbor for a few days, order that someone leave the home. Just a temporary measure until we can get the case in court, figure out what we need to do to keep the child safe, and how we get the family on track. Crossover day is this Thursday, which means that any bill that does not pass at least one of the houses of the General Assembly by Thursday may be dead for the legislative season. But this has been this legislative season is rolling along, and I think it's probably got less than a month left or so. So we're certainly staying on top of it, and we greatly appreciate the partnership of our representatives in the General Assembly and all those in our agency and DHS who are helping us navigate this time of year. On some other programmatic issues, as you know, we have made a focus on hiring and recruiting folks. We have, of course, the big hiring event. We've actually done a really good job lately of getting folks on board, getting them on the job, getting them into the training they need to actually start work. And as a follow-up to that, we're doing a weekly call with the district directors, with all the regional directors, and with other county directors and other folks who are impacted. When they have a specific position that's open, that hasn't been filled, we are using these calls to move those positions forward, to make sure that we work as quickly as possible to get them filled. I think this is a process. We're doing it each week, each Wednesday morning. If you want to participate, if you have an interest in a position that has not been filled and you want to make sure that the position you need is filled, please contact Carol Christopher to make sure that you can participate in those calls. That's one good way we're doing to move things forward. We also hear that some of the counties, or other counties and regions, are doing additional hiring fairs where we can get everybody recruited and background checked and everything else in one fell swoop. So we are doing our best, I promise you, to get you additional staff. The cavalry is coming to your aid because we want to make sure that you have the staff necessary to do your work. Some other programmatic issues. So State of Hope application is open, and remember, this is a way of recruiting as well. We're recruiting people in the local community to come alongside us and help us do this work. We in OFI and Child Welfare at the county level know the needs of our families. We know the needs of our children. If we can communicate with our local community partners what those needs are and get their ideas on how to help resolve those needs or aid in those needs, then we can do much better work. So State of Hope is all about that. Make sure that you look at the application. If you know of folks who may be interested in being a State of Hope site or a State of Hope partner, please encourage them to apply. The deadline is March 29th. We have rolled out Disaster TANF this week. That goes through March 15th. It is a mail-in process, and it of course is specifically designed to help those in the counties that were declared disaster areas for Hurricane Michael. We've got these tornadoes, but Hurricane Michael damage is still there and still present and still affecting southwest Georgia. We've got a lump sum of up to 4 months of TANF benefits based on family size for those families that qualify in those counties. That's a mail-in process. We're mostly handling it here at the state office level. I think it's going well. But make sure that people know about it. Make sure that the messaging is consistent, please. Of course, we're also still sort of catching up on the SNAP benefits. I think folks got half of their benefits on the 2nd. They'll remind SNAP beneficiaries that they will receive the remaining half of their benefits on the regular date. I expect there's going to be some confusion about that, but let's just clearly communicate that we're simply trying to catch up so that April is a smooth process and that folks are back on track. Finally, a fun thing going on. We have the I think the 15th annual or something like that. It's apparently been going on forever. The big DHS golf tournament that raises money for our Secret Santa program. And essentially, think about all the agencies that used to be part of the Department of Human Resources. Them, all their employees, all their retirees are all going to get together on the 22nd of April at the Union Golf Club and have a big golf tournament. I think it's the 14th year it's been in that place. You can sign up as a individual or as a team. Please remember the deadline is April 5th to do that. But we certainly, let's go have a little fun and raise some money for a very good cause so that we can make sure that all the children who are in our foster care system will be able to enjoy a great Christmas present. That's all I've got for today. I just want you to know we are continuing to work on our structure of the organization. We're continuing to work on our culture. I continue to receive and to greatly appreciate all the feedback I get on the messages that I'm trying to send out. Please let me know how I can communicate better to you. Please let me know what you need from this office. You're going to see a lot more efforts from my office and from the state office to better understand what you on the front lines, but then also all the county folks, the regional folks, as we kind of move up through the organization, what each of you needs and how we can better structure our work and our organization to meet your needs and the needs of the Georgians that you serve. So I'm looking forward to that process. Thanks, y'all. See you next week.